All right, so I'm gonna start working on the truck again, in a way anyways. Sorry, walking, I've got my hands full of shit. But I'm ready to get the interior back into a point. I'm not gonna put the carpet and all that shit back in until I get the actual windshield resealed, because that way I don't want it to leak all over the place. But I can get the door panels back in, I can get most of the rear trim back in, and I can get the seats in at least. And now granted, I'll take them back out once I actually get the window sealed and go and put the carpet in. But until then, I'm going to show you what speaker wire is actually good for when you're trying to use it. All right, so when you have scrap speaker wire left over that you ripped out of the car, plus, you know, my cutters, you can actually use it to connect the power to those two wires right there, which are my power wires to the seat, so I can actually test this seat to see if it actually works, which is what I'm going to do tonight. I am ready to get this car back moving under its own power by actually meaning me in the driver's seat. I'm going to put most of the interior back in, minus the headliner, minus the actual carpet, until I actually get the actual front window resealed, which will hopefully be soon. I'm trying to get this truck done in the next 2 to 3 weeks. That way I can make the Sparks and the Ozark show with the truck, either on a trailer or drive it up. I'm not sure just yet. We'll see. Tires are 2008. Airbags, don't really know how old they are. Not going to take a chance. But I'm going to get this set up. I'm going to do a time lapse of this process to see if I can actually figure out how to do that. Be back in a minute. All right, so got good news. Although one function of the seat's not working, I'm not really sure what function it is, which is this button right here. I'm not really sure. But the seat goes down, it goes back, it rolls forward, and it rolls back. Now, it looks like it's going up and down again, but that's just because it's not sitting level on the table. So it does actually work. So I'm going to try using that one now. Once I get it installed, if I don't like it, because I am taking it back out, that one does work. So we will see what I decide to do. It's out of a different model, so I had to rewire everything on that one. But it does work, so I do have options still. But I can get the interior back in, at least the seats in, try to drive it here hopefully soon. I'm not going to rush it. I want to go through the brakes. I want to go through some other things on it before I get on the road. I live on a pretty steep hill, and I'd hate to have to try to pull it back up. And my wife leaves town this weekend in the dually, our big dually. So if it does go down the hill and I can't get it back up, I don't have a way to pull it. So I'll wait till she gets back in town next week. But who knows, maybe I'll drive it up and down the driveway. I've got an 1/8 mile of it, so we'll see. Well, being as I have a little bit of time tonight, after the car's showing Comic-Con, even though we kind of changed plans a little bit, I'm going to do a little bit of work on the truck, try to get the doors back together completely. Minus speakers, I haven't done anything to the stereo yet, but I'm trying to get the interior back in as close as I can. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. I'm just giving you all an update. I'm going to re-seal the doors with Dynamat, or actually what I use is a type of Dynamat. Anyways, you'll see me doing that. I'm just going to do this as a time lapse. So enjoy if you watch. If you don't, I understand. All right, so here you're going to see is just some time-lapse footage of me trying to work out which wires are what. When you change out the dash to a 98 and up dash, and you change the doors out, you change the wiring harness that goes from the back side of the dash, connects passenger side to the driver's side. When they did this, they put 98 doors in from a Suburban. They put the door harnesses in from the Suburban. So you had up and down window switches for the front and rear. You saw in one of the other videos. The problem with that is, when I went to the junkyard and got the two-door window switches and wiring harness, it doesn't match. So I'm having to sit here and go through pages upon pages trying to figure out how to make the factory harness behind the 92 dash integrate with the factory harness in the doors from a 98 and up two-door, which is crazy. Was finally able to get the windows to go up and down on the driver's side and the passenger side with no problem. But I still have some gremlins. I can't get the locks to work, and I can't use the passenger side switch on the driver door. Eventually, I plan on going to the junkyard and getting an actual harness from a 98 and up. That goes behind the dash, and I even might upgrade the dash, but I don't know. This truck only has 50,000 miles on it. It's original on the dash. I have confirmed that because, there's just not that many miles on this truck. So, I don't know if I want to change the dash out. I kind of like the dash with the newer doors, but at the same time, I do like the look of a new dash. But I've also thought about doing the Holley System Max EFI 11-inch display where the actual stock dash would go, because it just looks good in there. So a lot of decisions still got to make down the road when I have money to do so. But anyways, just kind of wanted to tell you what was going on in this video. Again, I've got hours and hours of footage. Enjoy. For days, I have been trying to figure out the wiring on this stupid wiring harness for the the windows. Thinking that I was going from a 92 wiring harness to a 95 wiring harness. Never once dawned on me that the guy who did this work actually took the whole dash out and put in a whole harness out of a 95, 96 Suburban, which is actually what he's done. So I'm sitting here trying to find the right wires for the 92 to convert over to 95, and I don't have to. What I've got to do is convert it from a two-door to a four-door, because I did go get a two-door wiring harness and two-door door panel. Not door panel, but the actual control panel, because it looks better. Sorry, this looks stupid with, four doors. Four window controls when it's only two windows. And I did fix the sunroof, so I don't have to worry about using the key, the button that way. So now I get to figure out two-door to four-door, and I think it's going to be a lot easier. Keyword think. But that's where I'm at right now.